Alright, so I didn't record it, but the other day it was kind of raining off and on, so I went ahead and done all the lights and wiring on this. See, I got little marker lights down here. And I got my brake lights, the three little middle ones, and then those reverse lights on the corner there. And it looks like this one's not working. The problem is I drilled into this, so I may or may not have broke that light putting it in there. If not, that ain't no big deal. But everything else works. So that's awesome. Really, one thing, I ran out of my little solder connectors, so I just wired none of the trailer brakes. I got to go back and fix that, but that was just so I could test everything. And yeah, it's really all I have left to do. Is I want to pull all these brakes apart, maybe wire brush the inside of them, get the rust off, clean them bearings, repack them, put it all back together. Unless I see something in there that has to be fixed, we'll just put it back together and send it. And I have some reflective tape, so I'll go ahead and put that on real quick, and then we will start taking apart some of these brake hubs and go from there. Alright, that turned out pretty nice. I was going to start pulling drums apart, but I do believe we're getting ready to get a thunderstorm. So I'm going to go somewhere dry, and we'll pick back up whenever I get back to this. Alright, I want to take all these off so I can inspect them, clean them, and see if I need to order anything. I ordered all new seals for the grease in the back of the brake drum. There's that. Get all this out of the way here. That way I can inspect all the bearings and the brakes and all that good stuff. That way, whenever I hook to it, it'll be good to go down the road. I won't have to screw around with it. Dirt off of here. Maybe I didn't get that pushed in far enough. Come on now. I think it was just tighter than it was supposed to be. Okay. Keep me from getting super greasy here. Two washers and a bearing. And then, oh, we got the whole drum out. And this one has some messed up parts in it and a wasp nest. Take care of that. And you like them apples. Every little nook and cranny in this trailer is having a dang wasp nest in it. Alright, so why is this spring off? And why is this tensioner off? I do not know. Spring should go. Alright, here's kind of my setup for cleaning these. I just got a little pan full of some degreaser. I just set all this greasy crap in here. That way I can get all this old grease off, thoroughly inspect these bearings, and see if they're reusable or not. Well, I didn't even notice it when I took this off, but the pads have deteriorated. That's all just metal. So this has to be replaced. I guess I'll pull this one apart and see what it looks like. Pop this guy off. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This one don't have no dang pads either. Son of a gun. Is the drum wore? Well, I found the pads for this one. They just came delaminated. Oh good, at least I can buy just pads. I wonder if I should get all new for all of them. That'd be kind of expensive though. Well, heck. Okay, here's what we ended up with. This one here needs a new drum and brake assembly because it was actually wore down. There's a great big groove in the drum. This one right here, it's good. These pads are still good, the drum's good, and it still moves free. This one here, it's good. Pads are good and the drums are good. These three, I put the drums back on. All three of these, the drums and bearings are good, but it needs the new brake assemblies. So those three need new brakes. That one needs a new drum and brake. And then both of these need brake assemblies. So I'm gonna get some stuff ordered and I guess we'll come back when it comes in and have all right, finally back on this today. So got all my new parts. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this old brake assembly off of here and put a new one on. Luckily these are studs and not bolts, so don't have to worry about holding them with a wrench. All right, out with the old. Let me go get the new anti-seize on this. That way if I ever have to change it again, it actually comes apart pretty easily. And now it's going to rain. Imagine that. Okay. I'm just glad this trailer takes the same standard brakes as every other equipment trailer does. Makes it nice, easy to get parts for. I'll go get the brand new drum. No. Yeah, seal don't feel that tight back there, but it's whatever. See it squeeze out right there? It's full. Grease cap and then the seal. And if you want to grease it later on, you just pop that seal out. Nice. I gotta free up the brakes on this one and put new seals in the back of these two drums and we'll be done. Alright, so on this one, this magnet that actuates the brakes is stuck. So I'm gonna try and free it up without melting these wires. Moves, but I think this little thing right here is supposed to move. Really though, them springs should push that thing back on its own. Figure if I just keep moving it back and forth, it'll loosen up, I would think. Spray a little more. Coil up in there. It's definitely getting a lot easier. Nope. Alright, well, I'll put the drum on this one. This is freed up. So, it's good. I can easily move it with my hands. Got good pads. Sweet. Put this back together and get some tires mounted. Alright, my buddy got these tires mounted up for me. So we are ready. Get these things put on this trailer, then I can move it. Here is the color them wheels got powder coated. So, and all these tires are brand new. So let's get all these put on. Goose. I think it's wild and our neighbors rescued it or something. He ain't very scared though. Hey, what you doing, Goose? What you doing? It may fit under there, I don't know. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go get a jack. Oh, I should probably snug up a couple of them first. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's pull this around the yard anyways. Alright, that looks sweet. I'm gonna go park this out of the way for right now, and Dad's gonna saw me some lumber. So whenever we get the lumber for the deck, we will come back and get that knocked out. Helped Dad saw some lumber yesterday and got all the boards from a trailer. So the ones laying sideways here are for other projects, but the ones laying long ways are for the trailer. So let's take this over there and start getting all this stuff cut and lined up and bolted on. $187.50. Oh, that's good. That almost just splitting the end of this, so I'll be right cutting the majority of that out. That's good. If you're wondering why I'm using a skill saw, not a chop saw, these are like 17-foot long white oaks, and they're not exactly light, so I'm not trying to wrestle them around more than I have to. I know you're saying I should probably let this dry, like let this lumber dry for a few months before I install it. And that would probably be the right thing to do. But at the end of the day, it's a trailer. I don't really have a good spot to store stuff this long to just let it dry. So if it shrinks and warps and whatever, it's a trailer, it doesn't matter. Notch out for all these tie downs all the way through here, which is why I'm using one of these wider boards. So I'm gonna get to doing that. Use this thing. I think I'm just gonna take a skill saw and cut that right there. Well, I guess we could see if it fits. Oh, yeah. Lines up, that lines up. that lines up. I'm no professional carpenter. I would like to leave that little piece, but maybe this board here, I'll leave that little piece of wood here up tight. But there's that. This one, not too bad. This one, not too bad. And this one, not too bad. I'll take it. For white oak, it stayed pretty straight. Alrighty, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and bolt this one down, and I'll just do them as I go, just that way it's all complete. So I'll do another wide one, and then in the middle I got some of these narrow ones. I think they're like 2x8s, maybe some 2x6s. Put them in the middle and go from there. Alright, I'm all finished up. Got my mess cleaned up. And this looks pretty dang good. There's a dovetail. You can see it sticks up a little bit. Some of these boards are a little thicker than others. It's just what you get with rough cut lumber. Especially that white oak likes to twist and pull. But yeah, so it took a lot longer putting these carriage bolts in than if you was to use them self-tapping wood to metal screws. And that's what I used on the last trailer I done. But after a year or two, them boards like to twist and pull and break them screws. So we'll see how these hold up. That was a lot of extra work, but hopefully it'll be worth it. So let's go take this thing over there and look at it in the sun. And I think we're about done with this one. Alright, here it is out in the sun. So as much as I would like to throw something up on here and take this thing down the road and see how it does, I've got to get license put on it first. So I'll wait till I have my license put on it. Then I'm sure y'all will see it in future videos, bringing home more stuff I don't need. But yeah, so I really like how it turned out. Looks decent. Looks decent. The white matches the truck, so it just, a lot of people didn't like that I painted it white. It was, if I'm gonna go through the work to paint something, to paint a trailer, it's gonna be any color but black, because everybody has a black trailer. So I thought I would try white, and so far I like it. One more thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this wood sit out in the sun for a day or two and get good and dry, and then I'm going to coat all this with some like used motor oil just to help protect it from the elements. That seems to be a good way to do it. I know they make products you can buy and stuff, but used motor oil is free, so just take a brush or a roller and roll it on. That wood soaks it up good too. But yeah, there's a lot of things I like about this trailer. I'm excited for it. I like that I have this locking box right here, and it's big enough that you can actually put stuff in it. So yeah, so far think it looks a lot better. And how many years ago it was I made this little trailer, but none of these boards are rotten. This is just pine. This is just rough cut pine, which, for those of you who don't know, does not hold up very well to the elements. And about every year I've been coating it with used motor oil. I mean, they're solid, there's no rot, and they're due to be coated again. So at the same time I do that trailer, I'll do this one. Get very many years of service out of this. And this is white oak as opposed to that pine. So I know that pine's 4 or 5 years old at this point, and it's fine. So this I should be able, if I keep it coated good, 10 years I'd say at least. So that's the goal. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Let me know what y'all think about the trailer, and we'll catch you in the next one.